welcome to a brand new episode here on Glengarry, the Contractor series. So as you can see, we baled or as you know, we baled the fields in the last episode that we harvested the sunflower and the wheat field, I think it was as well. So we baled all of them, got them done. As you can see, the bug with the harvest missions has struck again, so it's got rid of the contracts. We haven't been paid for harvesting the sunflowers in this field, and it's already turned over to a cultivated texture. So that's because I saved the game and then come back in, and for whatever reason the game then kind of says, "Oh, you did it, you didn't cash it in, that's your fault, not our fault. We're getting on with the work that we need to get on with in these fields." So I'm now driving all over their lovely freshly cultivated field, and as I say, having to collect my bales, and the only payment that I'm going to get for this field is what bales I get off it. So yeah, thanks for that game. As I say, we've ended up losing money on this field, but you know, it is what it is, and it just kind of proves that I should probably do one harvest contract at a time, and or two maximum, and then harvest, bale, collect, and then just cash it in all in the one go, and not save and then come back. But there we go. That's just the way it is. Some things with FS never change. Never mind. So yeah, so we'll get this done. So it's still the end of the day that we were doing in the last episode, and we'll get, as I say, get these collected up and put together, bundled together. That I was trying to think of the right word. I couldn't think of it. And then we will, as I say, we'll fast forward to the next day, and we'll look to see what we can do in tomorrow on the game. So hopefully there'll be some cultivating, you know, some ploughing, some drilling. We've got our own fields to work as well. We've got 3 fields that we need to work as well, and we will be getting pretty close to our soybeans being ready to harvest. So that'll be, you know, a good bit of income for us, because, as I say, we've lost whatever income we were going to. I can't remember how much it was. I guess I could probably go back through some of the you know, one of the last 2 episodes, and I would see how much it was for. But yeah, we just take it on the chin, and lesson learned, I think, is how we approach this one. But yeah, so hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good day. Mine's not too bad. At the time of recording this, at the time of this going out, I will be out myself. So I'm going to anyone who lives in the UK, or certainly around you know, the Lincolnshire sort of area. I'll be hopefully be at Skegness Stadium this weekend. The UK Championships are on, and it's a 3-day event: Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday. The last 2 years I've been with my ex partner, and we've had a fantastic weekend there. And you know, sadly we're sort of not together anymore, and I kind of debated on whether, because I'm not a very confident driver, and from where I live, Skegness is about an hour and a half away, and there is we have to go through one particular town, and I don't like driving in that town because the road networks and the way the roundabouts are set out in that town, no one has a clue on who has right of way, what lane they should be in, and for the lane situation, I count myself in that, because it's very, very confusing, and Yeah, so it's a case of I'm going to really have to pluck up some Dutch courage. Probably have 8 or 9 lagers before I set off, and sort of go for it. I'm joking about the lagers. Honestly, I don't advocate drinking and driving. I don't drink anyway, so it literally was just a bit of a giggle from me. But yeah, don't do that. And if you do that, don't tell anyone that you heard me say it, because I don't advocate it at all. But anyway, uh, admin aside, yeah. So it's a case of I have to drive through. I'm going to have to try and pluck up the courage and drive through Boston to get to Skegness. But that's what I'm hopefully going to be doing when this goes out. I'm hopefully going to be going to Skegness to see the weekend. Very expensive, Skegness Stadium. Realise what they've got. Realise that several thousand people turn up, and so they just charge what the hell they like for everything. And we're all stupid enough to pay it. So I often sort of kind of think it's a bit like, I guess it's everywhere in the world really, but sort of speaking more specifically about the UK, just because I live here, and I sort of have a little bit better understanding of it, is that we all sort of moan and what have you about the prices of everything in this country, and I just kind of sort of think, well, if that's how we all feel, why don't we just boycott all of it? If no one turns up, and consistently no one turns up, places are going to have to start rethinking about the prices that they charge. For example, I took so last weekend I had my little boy, and he wanted to go to the cinema, which is no problem. There's one down the road, no problem. Now I go on a Wednesday, usually by myself. It's sort of kind of my little bit of time to me. So I in the afternoon I sort of toddle off to the cinema and sort of watch a film and what have you, and it's relatively cheap. Wednesday afternoons for £12 you get a film, a drink, and a 10-inch pizza. And for £12 that's really good value, and so that's when I go. So Sunday I'm thinking, okay, I'll take my little boy. It's going to be a little bit more, A, because there's two of us, but B, because obviously it's over the weekend, so I expected it to be a little bit more. And I was kind of thinking, with it being a child's film that we went to see as well, that would be slightly cheaper, because obviously my little boy can't go without me. So I'm kind of now sitting in a film that I don't really want to see and don't really want to pay for, but I'm having to pay for, because £38 for the two of us. And like literally we I bought 2 tickets obviously to the film. I bought him a packet of Skittles and a bottle of Coca-Cola. Other brands are available, and I bought I bought him, as I say, a packet of Skittles and the drink, £38. Well, it was £38 and some oddments. I can't remember what the oddments were, but 30. I could not believe. I was like, when the bloke said, and I went, "Nah," I said, "You've got that wrong, mate." And he went, "No, I haven't, honestly." And then he proceeded to bring it all up on the screen that faces me so that I could see it, and I was like, "Get out!" What? So yeah, and as I say, I kind of then sort of got into the cinema, and well, when we got into the car park was virtually empty. And this was sort of like mid-afternoon, so I was kind of expecting more than sort of what I found there, and I was kind of like, where is everybody? Do you know what I mean? Like, well, we will empty these here, because I'm only one short of being a full load. So we will take these out. There we go. And then I got into the cinema, into the actual, the auditorium thing where you go and watch the films, and there was no one in there. Literally, like when the guy asked me to choose our seats, it was kind of like I sort of looked, and I think there was like 3 seats taken up. Why you're not lifting the bales? There we go. Yeah, so as I say, there was 3 seats taken, so we literally could have sat anywhere. And I got talking to 2 old ladies that were in the film that were watching the film as well. We went to see Garfield, by the way. If you haven't seen it, to be fair, like my little boy loves Garfield. Me not so. And I really wasn't expecting anything from the film, but as an honest kind of quick review of the film, it was all right. It was very funny in places. It and yeah, it was all right. I wouldn't pay to see it again, but I don't mind having seen it because it was a decent film, and he enjoyed the film, and that to me that was all really that mattered. He's had a really rough time of it of late, a little lad. So to take him and for him to sort of sit and sort of watch something that he'd enjoy, and he came out and said the best thing about the film, Dad, I got to spend some time with just me and you. So it was really really nice. um, so yeah, I was sort of pleased to do it, but yeah, 38 quid. So as I say, if we all boycotted these things and just didn't go at all for as I say, a few weeks, months, whatever, these firms will suddenly realise that they're ripping people off, and they would start to lower their prices. I mean, it's like sort of racing this weekend. On the on the Thursday, it's £18, which is about standard for racing, to be fair. On the Saturday, which is qualifying for the UK Championships, on the Saturday it's £21, and then on the Sunday, and that's each. The only thing I will say about that is Skegness are very good, and kids do go free under the age of it's either 12 or 15, but kids do go free. So that's not so bad. But then you start looking at the prices they charge. You're not allowed to take your own food and drink. You can only buy food and drink on the premises. Um, and yeah, you start looking at what they're charging for that, and suddenly it's a very very expensive weekend, especially if you do have kids that have gone free, but then you're paying sort of £12.50 for a small tray of chips and a sausage. Do you know what I mean? So but anyway, rant over, and that's nothing to do with this video. But that's what hopefully I'm going to be doing this weekend. So as I say, we're going to get these collected. We've got this field to do, and then we've got field number 12 to do, which was the wheat field, and we'll get them bundled together, and then we'll get on the tractor and trailer. We'll collect them up. The good thing is doing it in bundles. While there's a lot of bales, there's not many bundles come out of those bales, so and it is relatively quick to just run around with the telehandler and just collect them up, and then we'll get them together, we'll get them sold, and then we will fast forward the day and then get that onto what we've got to do tomorrow. Bit fast there. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bid you farewell, and I'll see you at the end. Bye for now. So, as you saw, we have got. I never know how to restart the chatting, so I always go so. As if you didn't know, because it's not like you haven't been watching me for the last however long, is it? Do you know what I mean? I'm sure when I go so, you think, ooh, something's coming. And then I say, we've been doing the baling, we've been doing the drilling, we've been doing some combining, some cultivating, and different things. You go, yeah, I know, I was there. But yeah, so I never quite know how to restart that. But as we just said, we sort of a really brief recap. So we collected the bales. That was a disaster. You all saw what happened. I'll leave it in just because it's funny. I must admit there was a bit towards the end there, I thought, and especially when I was looking for the sell point, because when I got to the sell point that it told me to go to, it only accepted wood. So that was all good fun. But yeah, when they started to sort of come out of the bundles on the trailer, which I've never had before, I've never seen that before. But they started to come out of the bundles. I was a bit like, kind of, you are making me look so stupid at the moment, and so terrible. And people already know that I'm terrible. You don't need to sort of reaffirm it for them. So yeah, we had a bit of a disaster. But anyway, we're all over it now, and we tidied it up and cleaned up the mess that we made. And I have to say, this drill is boss of this tractor. It's pulling me all over the place. Yeah, it's definitely boss of this tractor. So this drill's going to have to just stick on the 7810 from now on, because that tractor seems to manage it okay. Although I would at some point like to get a new drill. And so I like this drill, but unless you've got like an 800 horsepower tractor on the front of it, the tractors do get pulled about a little bit by it, so it's not obviously weighted and balanced properly. But anyway, that's a me problem. So yeah, but so we've done quite well, and we'll next episode we'll carry on with the combining. We've nearly got the cultivating finished, so we'll carry on with that. We've got some drilling to do. We've got the baling in the field that we've combined, and then the other fields that we're combining at the moment. What I'll do is I'll do them off camera, just because we've had a bit of baling and what have you. So I'll do those baling bits off camera, and then we will pick up, as I say, the next episode from where we're going to leave this one, which is with some combining to do, some cultivating, which is nearly finished, this drilling, because I'll have the baling done in the field just above me there, in front of me. We'll do some mulching in there, get that either ploughed or cultivated, and get that drilled. So all the crops that we're planting on our farm, on our bit of land, they're all going to be winter crops. So we've got a canola field here. I'll probably go for some barley to the left, and then some wheat behind me. Just we do need a little bit more wheat, just because obviously of the chickens. So that's what I'll do. So if you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel. I'm trying my hardest before August the 1st to get to 450 subscribers, which would be absolutely fantastic if we could achieve that. Still, according to the stats, the vast majority of the people that watch my videos haven't subscribed, so if you really could just hit that, it really would help. I know I say it every video, but you know, it really does help, and it helps to push the channel out to new people as well. Don't forget to share the channels or the channel. Don't forget to share the channel wherever you share your content. Feel free to share it. And yeah, all that's left for me to say is thanks ever so much for joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.